you have to introduce your guest.
I do. Well, I mean, it all kind of fits together because locations in London that we're talking about there, they're being experienced. And we mentioned on the show before how, because of the death of the old-fashioned rep cinemas, how it's taken a while, but because people are fed up with the multiplexes, cinema is springing up in the most unlikely places. We looked at the Welcome Centre, Welcome Place, whatever it's called, Welcome Centre on the Euston Road. We've talked about the Tate Modern having a cinema. Well, there is in London at the moment a secret cinema.
Shh, secret.
I can't tell you where it is
because it's secret,
and I can't even tell you what's on.
Oh no,
it's secret.
That's
you have
a real
to trust the taste and the sort of digging mechanisms of my guest, Fabian Regal, who is the founder and director of Secret Cinema, is here today. He's got a disguise on. I can't tell you what he looks like. Lift up your moustache and tell us how you came up with this idea and where you've had your screenings so far.
By the way, welcome to BBC London, Fabian. I just thought I'd be a gentleman.
I'm trying to keep it secret. I'm trying to not tell him where he is.
Well, it was really a kind of the multiplex things. I think that there's ways of surprising people, and I think that the olden days of an event like feeling to going to the cinema has kind of been lost a little bit. And I think that there's so many times that you go to the cinema, you know what you're going to see, you know what it's all about because you've read your reviews, and so it's about just, I guess, that element of surprise and creating a bit of a theatrical part of the event. So it was a bit of going back to the old rave days where you used to get a phone call and used to ring up and find out where the rave was, and you used to go to a location, used to follow lots of cars and go there, and there was something about that of being an event. And so the idea of Secret Cinema is really about creating a mystery to cinema and hopefully getting them to see films that they wouldn't necessarily have seen, and going to places they wouldn't necessarily have gone. So
if it's a bit like a rave, does it help to wear very bad clothes and take vast amounts of mind-inducing chemicals?
I think that can always help, but I think this no drugs are needed because hopefully we'll create a sort of drug-like experience without it.
So how long have you been going?
Secret Cinema launched in December with the film Paranoid Park, which obviously we can let people know about, which and that was in an underground, that was underneath London Bridge. We did that.
Really?
Yeah.
What's underneath London Bridge?
Well, they've got all these sort of old arches, which, there's a big venue there called SU1, and there's lots of different venues. So we used these, old disused railway arches, which is where we did it.
And how did that work? People rang you up and they sort of said, what time, where?
The way it works is that you register at the website, which is secretcinema.org, and you get an email a week before the event. So we had an email going out today telling people the actual date of the event, and then on the day of the event they get an email stating where the actual location is, and only when they get to the location do they find out the identity of the film.
Right.
But it could be a film that could be an old classic film, or it could be a pre-release, or it could be... It's really about trying to...
Is this because you don't know what you're going to get?
Well, I still don't know.
Right.
No, I mean, I do know that the identity of the film, and all I'll say is that, it's Valentine's month, and, people are, the love is flowing, as it were. So there could
Clockwork
be
Orange.
An element of, it could be The Exorcist. But no, it was really an idea that I got following doing events with Future Cinema the last time I spoke to you, Jason, about doing events that mix film with music and theatre, and this is just taking that kind of intrigue a bit one step further. And I think also it's about what we did with Future Shorts, is that Future Shorts is a short film festival that runs every month, and no one has a clue of what they're going to go and see, because short film is sort of it's growing now, but it's rarely been talked about. So it's people are going to Future Shorts without knowing what they're going to see. So and
Future Shorts is where every
Future Shorts takes place now in 20 different venues across the UK.
I wonder why I couldn't find it last time.
Well, I mean, the idea of Future Shorts is to create a monthly film festival so that you can get to, and you were talking about pubs and doing things like pubs. We're really interested in taking cinema out of the cinema so that you can, go to have a football night at the pub or a quiz night, and then you can also have a film night and see some nice films and stuff.
As well as seeing a movie when you get to the venue, is there other stuff as well? Is there a bar? Is there music? I mean, do you know what I mean? Is it a kind of a cultural event, or is it just strictly a showing of a film?
No, there's definitely added elements. We always always have live music and DJs, and there's a bar, and we also have a theatrical. We have a theatre company, so we have we recreate different performers from the film, and just have little installations. So for Paranoid Park, we had a skate park with skateboarders going past the audience, and we had different characters from the film, not in naff sort of pirate-like entertainer way coming up to you, but just in the background. So it just gives it a bit of a.
So you surround them with on the screen and off the screen.
Yeah,
in the experience.
It's the idea of trying to create a live film experience.
So what have you got? Have you got like a projector, like Cinema Paradiso? So you kind of come along, set up your projector, and it's quite lo-fi in that respect with a print, or is it digital? You do it on DVDs?
Well, we're really concerned. People say, I mean, we're talking to different studios or different about releasing films, and they're questioning about the quality. But we take it really seriously. It's digital projectors, which now are getting cheaper and cheaper, and so we can install those. And the sound systems are, we put in proper PA systems and everything like that.
And on a screen as well, not on the wall.
No, it's well, with Paranoid Park, we because it was in an archway, we actually painted a screen. We painted a white screen on a black surface.
That is very Cinema Paradiso. I mean, Michel Gondry's new film, Be Kind Rewind, which is about sort of lo-fi video, people setting up films where they can on a sheet in a shop, and there's something extremely charming about it, I think.
But that's just the scene where he, in Cinema Paradiso, where he takes the projector and puts it on the square, and then there's the people, and I think it's about that you've got events, big film events like the BAFTAs coming up, obviously, where you've got these enormous, huge amounts of attention, huge amounts of press, and what we like to do is create these sort of glamorous events, but for the underground sort of thing, so that it's the public that can see these films and experience these kind of events.
And how often do they take place?
They're monthly, and this is the first month. They're going to be going nationwide. So we launched in London back in December. But
how many people turned up for the first one, roughly?
We had 400 people there.
Wow.
But we turned away...
400, that's fantastic.
We turned away about 100 people on the night. And I think that the mystery and the sort of mystic...
Well, were they too young?
Well, they were just wearing the wrong clothes.
It was 12, and they couldn't get in.
They didn't have their glow sticks.
You're not on the list, you're not coming in.
But no, there's just to mention also that there's a Facebook group, which is where we're trying to create this community. So people are just suggesting locations, they're suggesting films, they'd like to go and see, different films in different locations.
And is it like the radio days? I mean, are you kind of, I'm not saying you're being illegal, but do you have to clear it with the councils, or can you just
is it guerrilla cinema showing?
It's not illegal at all. I mean, it's absolutely, we get licenses and all this, but what we want to try and create is this feeling of that it's slightly underground, and it's purely just for us another way of trying to get people to see films. And
so when's your next one?
The next one is Wednesday the 13th.
So just in time for Valentine's.
Eve's of Valentine Day, and yeah. So if people still are interested in it, they can go to secretcinema.org and register, and then they'll get an email.
Right now, and now is the time to do it.
They need to do it. They need to do it right now. And as I said, we've had such a huge, overwhelming response with it. 10,000 people have signed up to the mailing list, which I think people genuinely want something different. And I saw Sweeney Todd. I saw it at the Alien Leicester Square, a lovely cinema, but I paid 17 quid to go and see this film, and I was just thinking, well, this is nearly the same price as a theatre ticket. Why can't we do something which is, is adding something extra? It's not saying that the multiplex is going to die, because people always want to see that. But I'd rather that people paid for, 3 quid towards, getting 5 actors to do something.
How much is this, Secret Cinema?
This is £10.
Is that all?
So it's below the cost of a normal.
Oh, that's good
on the door
for with theatre actors and all of that stuff thrown
It's
in.
actually not. It's not on the door, just due to how many people we'd had to turn away last time. Was that we just feel that it's important just to make sure that people know they're going to come and they're going to get in. But if it continues the success, we want to try and install it in different locations and try and
because it's £9 now for a normal non-whatever they call it seat in my local multiplex. So, I mean, that doesn't seem bad value at all.
Yeah, and do you get a cushion, or do you get seatings?
No, you actually have to lie down. And
Are you serious?
The screen is on the ceiling. No, but that's an idea. But we were thinking about doing things like Don't Look Now on Regent's Canal, and everyone can be on boats.
That would be fantastic.
Wouldn't that be good? But no, you get a seat, and it is comfortable. But the last time we told people to bring warm clothes, it was December, it was cold, but people brought warm clothes. But it's adds to the idea.
They can bring each other and cuddle up close because it's Valentine's night.
Well, exactly. Exactly, and the love will be flowing.
And
There will be
presumably-
love.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be lots of love, but I'm sure it won't be a sort of naff love. You're a cool lot.
No,
it's not a mainstream love naffy film, is it?
Well, the thing is that, for me, it's surprising people. So it could be a really good mainstream film. I mean, you think things like There Will Be Blood. Is it going to be, it's a phenomenal, but it's going to be a
not
mainstream film.
Valentine's Night, sort of.
Maybe not. Maybe slightly, but no. But it's really about kind of surprising people. So one month it could be that there's a band rescoring a film. We'd really like to get really famous bands, like to rescore their favourite film, but surprise people with it. So there's not just a huge amount of people coming to see Radiohead. I mean, if Radiohead are listening, then they wanted to rescore Metropolis, that'd be cool.
Oh, it might. Johnny
I'm
Greenwood
sure you'd
might
let
do.
them.
Yeah.
Oh, I might let them.
Don't tell anyone.
Give us the website address again.
It's secretcinema.org.
Right.
And it's also in connection with Future Shorts, so it's futureshorts.com, where they can also find out more information about the Valentine's program as well.
And I think you play the shorts at the after the sort of
We always
main
have
feature.
shorts. We'll have shorts at the screening, because that's again another thing that we're trying to do is bring shorts back in front of features, which we will be doing. It's happening.
Okay, so that's the 16th of February?
13th.
13th,
Next
sorry.
Wednesday.
What day is Valentine's Day?
14th.
Do you know what? I thought it was the 17th. I got that
This
totally
is why
wrong.
your marriage is in such
Oh
trouble.
my God, I'm probably divorced without knowing it. Thank you for reminding me. I had that completely wrong. So it's the 13th of February, the night before Valentine's, and you got to join up first and
Yeah.
book your ticket, and then take part in Secret Cinema.